What up? It's KP, the sports chick. So let's talk about the Basketball Hall of Fame um, and the nominees for 2017. Okay, don't get all crazy because I know you've probably heard at this point that Tracy McGrady and Muggsy Bogues are in the running. Don't let your heads explode. But, I mean, real talk. Yes, Tracy McGrady has never won a playoff series. Well, here's the thing. This is what's kind of wild about all this is that Tracy McGrady's last game was 3 years ago. He played 31 minutes during the playoffs for the Spurs during their finals run. Those minutes were significant because that was the only playoff series that Tracy McGrady has won. Okay, so so the other wild part is that now Hall of Fame inductees only have to be removed 4 years removed, not 5 years removed. So that's new this year. But like I said, Tracy McGrady technically played his last game, even though it was only 31 minutes, 3 years ago with the Spurs for 31 minutes, whatever. But his last real game was with the Rockets 4 years ago. So I guess that they're just negating this time he had with the Spurs altogether, and that's okay. But if you're gonna do that, you gotta X out that playoff series win, because if you're negating, he's eligible because you're not including his time with the Spurs. So that win goes along with it. But I don't know. Like, again, he carried the burden almost everywhere he went. Again, in the regular season. Now, of course, never won a ring, and kind of unceremoniously fizzled out when he retired and had those back issues towards the end of his career. And I'll be perfectly honest with you, as a Rockets fan, and he used to get on my nerves. It felt like, and I've never had a back injury, so I wouldn't know, but I've heard that they can be debilitating and they never go away, and it could just they're very temperamental, and anything, the smallest of things could set a back injury off or flare up or whatnot. But it just felt like, I was a lot younger back then, and it just felt like he was, it was like, I got a paper cut, coach. I got to sit out, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Is he Hall of Fame contender worthy? Yeah. You know why? 13 points in 33 seconds. Case closed. Okay? You remember that. Okay? Single-handedly. Okay? He can get in just for that. I'm just saying. Muggsy Bogues is also gonna be a nominee. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I'm not even gonna go through all the names, but it's very lackluster compared to last year's, like, marquee, Yao Ming, Allen Iverson. Goodness, who am I leaving out? I have to remember, but this year, Ben Wallace, Muggsy Bogues, like I said, Maurice Cheeks. I mean, it's a lot of names that are nominees, but there's only a few that'll make it. Chris Webber, I think, is gonna make the Hall just because he was Chris Webber. I mean, he was a beast. Now, Rudy Tomjanovich definitely deserves to go to the Hall of Fame, and he's actually nominated. I loved me some Rudy Tomjanovich. He'd never underestimate the heart of a champion, and he deserves to go. Steve Smith, Glenn Robinson. I'm going over names that were my generation. Kevin Johnson, Tim Hardaway. These are all names that I think will at least end up on the final ballot. So we shall see what happens with that. But I just kind of wanted to spotlight the Tracy McGrady situation, because anybody who knew me in the 2000s, the early 2000s, knew in the in the early 2000s and the early 2010s knew how much in love with this man I was. I had a boyfriend that went to Build-A-Bear for my birthday and made me a Rockets bear named I think it was like Teddy Mac or something like that. So it was like a T-Mac Rockets bear. That's how T-Mac obsessed I was. You know what I'm saying? I still love that dude. It was him, Chad Ochocinco or Johnson, depending on the year. We just roll out. I can roll out with those fellas. And Terrell Owens, that's my dude too. So anyway, do you think that Tracy McGrady should go to the Hall of Fame? Let me know in the comments at KP the Sports Chick at YouTube. Or you can go, obviously, on kpthesportschick.com, where this video will be as well. Or you can go there to find all my other social media outlets. And as always, all the videos that are on YouTube that I talk about on my radio show, KP Sports Chick on Sundays, 10 a.m. to noon, and 953jams.com, which you can find on the Tuned In app. So check me out and leave your comments and let me know, because I'm really I'm as a fanatic of Tracy McGrady. I really want to hear what you have to say on this one. So let me know.